Alright. Hi everyone, Davis here, and as always, we are going to continue our artistic, um, our artistic adventure. I'm going to start the music. Let me start yeah start the the chat up. There we go. It's yeah. So, folks, go on, tell me, how was your day today? And me personally, gotta say that it's been really work filled day, but it was filled with work that I like to do, which is drawing. So I'm really happy with that one, as always. I hope the music in the background is not too loud. It shouldn't be, at least. The chain. We are going to start drawing. We continue drawing Mozumi. Okay. I have to say, I don't really like the way how slow recently I've been drawing. Considering that I've had an occasion to draw similar stuff faster, you know, so that's definitely the thing. Okay. Let me send out the notifications that I'm streaming, and we're going to continue. Hi Muto, good to be here. How are you? Hoping has going? How have you been? How are we doing? Hope you are doing right. Alrighty. So, folks, you're looking more handsome today. Well, of course. I'm okay. I didn't sleep well until now. I see. Well, I've as you can probably notice, I've got my beard trimmed, right, and shaved my head. So yeah, I'm all cleaned now, and yeah, you know, beard, yeah, beard. Why bird is beard, but beard is bird? What? Yes. You know, and yeah, being today quite busy. I finished Black Bullet, and I tell you that if you ever wondered if you should watch this anime, don't. I'm telling you that right now. It was a total waste of my time. This entire anime was a total waste of time, and I definitely don't I don't recommend this anime. So yeah. Oh no, yeah. Well, first of all, the author deserves a jail, but you know, yeah. Also, this entire thing was like, it's so like, like if the entire story was all over the place. Like we were getting like characters introduced out of nowhere, really, like a quick look and like, oh yeah, like yeah, sure. Like you see the character first time in the entire anime, and like everyone is acting like they're like very emotionally bound character, even though even the main characters never had an idea even that this character existed before you know, meeting them. The bad guy that's supposed to be dead out of nowhere turned out to be alive and helping the main character. Like, what? Yeah. It's, yeah. So I don't recommend it, and yeah, it's 1 out of 10 anime. If I could go lower, I would, but yeah, animal like Mal is not allowing me to grade things differently. Yeah. Okay, I think those are good. So I have to say, like, now I'm going to watch, you know, One Piece, well, tomorrow, or we'll see. If I'm going to, like, I don't know, we will see. Many things can happen today, but first and foremost, like, I do feel like today I'm going to also finish another anime. At least we'll see. And to be fair, I believe that this anime is going to have much better way than you know. I believe this anime is going to end way better than whatever this anime was, and well, mostly because like the anime itself is way better than whatever I've just watched was. Yeah. Besides that, I don't think I have anything else, you know, like it just is the way it is, you know. I've downloaded the AI thingy. What was the game called again? AI Limit. There we go. I've downloaded AI Limit. I wanted to play while working on stuff, but it turned out to be heavier than what I've expected, so I've turned on Vampire Survivors. Played some of these, and well, not Survivors, but Vampire Crawler, right? Played some of these, and I'm just chilling right now. Turns out that if I'm going to have a really good build, you know, to break a card, a purple death spawns. I really want to try and finish it off, but it seems like, you know, I don't think the purple death actually has like any like special abilities like the bosses. So I think like maybe trying to make a build to spawn it and then like making infinite round would be cool, but for that I would need like a lot of you know, like a lot of things. Huh. So, folks, what are your plans for today? Let's exchange with these. Like, I want to use my weekend to the full extent of it. Sleep, wow. I don't recommend that. Sleep is bad when you are sleeping more than you should. It's actually affecting your psyche and your mental health. So actually, if you are doing like a lot of naps and whatnot, it's actually pretty bad for you. And sleep well last night. Well, you just have to force through then, you know. It doesn't matter if you slept well or not, you just need to, like, you know, keep on doing things and wake up, son. It ain't that bad. We should sleep at night and only at night. Okay, let's leave this leaf like this, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like this. But actually, yeah. Can't sleep at night. Well, you know why? You have to try. You know? If something hurts, like take some painkillers and go to sleep. You know, this kind of stuff. Of course, if it helps, you know, the painkillers help. I know they might not in some cases. Yeah. If there's some noise, you can try to, you know, sleep with some good noise for you. Like I'm sleeping with some videos of people I'm watching. But actually, I've noticed that I kind of Pavloved myself, and whenever I'm turning on their video, I'm starting to fall asleep. So, I mean, it's good because now I have a method to like knock myself out, but at what cost? I remember, so basically this thing started happening that I need like some background stuff, but I've moved out for the first time actually. Like I need to, you know, fall asleep with some background stuff. Because first of all, I've learned to fall asleep with noise. Of course, there's like noise that I'm accepting, and there's noise that I can't accept. And so now I have to like fall asleep with very specific noise. And so I'm falling asleep with like, you know, how to call it? So yeah. Yeah. When it comes to the One Piece, like I'm almost done with the Fishman Island, and it's another arc that's like filled to the brim with bunch of fillers and whatnot. So I'm skipping all of the fillers. I don't recommend watching fillers. They are not canon even. So like that's for me like foolish to. That's why for me it's foolish to even watch fillers, because like if it's not canon, that's not in my interest. Like I don't care about like fillers or cover episodes, whatever. Like I don't like that. So I'm like skipping some of them because I know that, you know, author is not going to really connect with the story, especially like when, for example, it was like the crossover with Toriko and Dragon Ball for One Piece, right? Especially those. But like, for example, the entire arc of also there are like episodes that I feel they should be considered fillers. Like that arc with Luffy's backstory and Sabo, you know, like how he met Ace and Sabo, because that's like, okay, it's kind of like we're learning a little bit about the characters, but actually they've done a really good job with showing a lot of like connection with Ace even without that. First time seeing those characters and we're learning a little bit about them, and we learn a lot of like really good things about them, because like we're learning that he's really caring about Luffy. We know that he knows a lot about Luffy and how everything went, right? So we like, you know, learned a little bit regarding. So yeah. So yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know. With Bleach it was the same. Like I skipped just the filler arcs, filler episodes and whatnot, because they are boring. They are, yeah. I don't like watching those. Same would be with Fairy Tail, even though they like tried really darn hard to, you know, work out those filler episodes. I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like the Fairy Tail arcs, they at least tried to make it good, but you can still see that it's not the same style of writing. You can still see that it's like, I don't know, kind of lazily put, just out of nowhere some character pops up and it's not really fitting to the actual story that is going. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah. Even though now they are like doing a 1,000-year quest or something like that, like they've reactivated One Piece. I think it's because, like, here's the thing, and this is just my theory, by the way. When it comes to the One Piece, the author made, before One Piece, author made like one more series that's kind of like placed in the same world, right? Or so would you think, right? Because like the world has kind of the same kind of feeling, right? So a lot of things are just happening in that general area, and just we see in Fairy Tail we just see the continent where the magic is like more obvious. Meanwhile, in the other series, it's like they have to use like magical items to use spells, right? And basically we see things like we just see very same things, right? Like those anti-magic bombs that would like nullify magic in the entire continent. Hi Karian, good to have you here. How are you? Hope it's going. Hear the face cam roar? Roar! Hi Carissa, good to have you here. How are you? Hope it's going. I think Carissa, this is the first time, so hope you find the comfy corner here. How are you? If it's not your first time, I'm sorry, but you know, I have not really good memory. But hey, at least, you know, at least I'm sure. I'm fine, how are you? I'm good, I'm good. Just had some, you know, just played a little here and there, you know. I'm chilling, it's my weekend, so yeah. Oh, thank you. I do have a girlfriend though. But thank you. How many years have you been drawing? I guess I can say 20. Yeah, 20 years already. You're a sweet person. This is a pickup line. Oh. E. Well, glad to hear. So. Yeah, I've been drawing for 20 years now. I've started drawing more elaborate characters when I was 6. I didn't translate because I don't know English very well, but I understand you all by ear. That's alright. Thank you. That's absolutely perfect. So, yeah, I started drawing more elaborate characters when I was 6. Now I'm 26, so yeah. What are you drawing? I'm drawing a Vtuber, Mozumi Pichi. She was requested by one of our viewers on YouTube. For now we are doing a character polls on YouTube only. I'm going to try to probably add some more stuff. You know, like ask more about characters, for example, also people from Twitch. This time it was only YouTube. So yeah, I have to say I'm really happy because I've rested a little bit. I've done a lot actually today. I can feel that power, you know what I mean? Well, finally my entire energy is not going for work-related stuff. It's a pain in the neck. And hey, folks, are you drawing something right now? Are you joining me in the artistic escapades that we have today? And yeah, I'm trying my best to, like, you know, finish this. I'm a bit sleepy, but I'm going to do some doodles. That's nice. For me, it's actually already 7 p.m. And golly, I'm already streaming for like 30 minutes. I can't believe it. It actually went really quickly. I'm not shocked that this illustration is taking me so long, if the time is passing by so quickly. So, I want to try and pull off an all-nighter. I have a couple, like, very important things I want to do. I tried to pull it off yesterday, but it didn't really fire it off. I don't know. I guess it's just because I was so tired after my work, you know? And like, I've spent also a lot of energy on the stream. What happened to sleeping at night? Yeah, like I feel like I could pull an all-nighter at some point. To be fair, for me, like, I need like couple days off in a row, and then I can make an all-nighter. I've noticed that I can, like, on Friday, if I fall asleep around like midnight, then hi Zegagatevi here, how are you? Hope your has gone. Sleeping at night is overrated. Yeah. True. Imagine. I did a scuffed intro animation. Thoughts? I made the intro tune afterwards, so it's not synced well. I plan to make a better one later. Thoughts? Let me quickly check if I may look into it. I'm assuming the intro is going to be on the Iris speed paint, yeah? That actually looks really good. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of that old intro from toy animations. Because at first, I think, if I remember correctly, the older intro they've had, it was also like a brown ball just bouncing in, and it was turning into that cat face that they have as a logo. It really reminds me of something similar. It's really cool intro though. I really like those. I really do. I really like those. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also the background jingle. It's really fitting. Yeah, I was going for that old cartoon anime vibe. It's visible. It's definitely visible. Really good job on achieving your intentions. It's difficult actually, so you've done really well. And yeah, So tomorrow probably I'm going to record the first episode of the art tutorials. It's going to be a bit difficult because it's going to be like that quote-unquote hard pill to swallow. Like couple truths about drawing, like related to professional art and stuff. I don't know why I'm getting voice cracks. I need to drink something. I'm going to pour myself a... Yeah. just some Coke. So we are doing good job with this. Yes, I have a trash can like right next to me. Too lazy to, you know, too lazy to go around. Even thinking about buying a mini fridge for myself to the room. Also, I woke up, I think it's because like I am so into focus mode because I've slept half through the rain, and when I woke up it was still raining. I've noticed that when this happens, I have such a huge power to draw, you know? It's one of the like best conditions for me. I think it was also a thunderstorm, so I had a really nice time sleeping today. And how you all slept today? It might be a little bit slow. I want to do an Inspector Gadget inspired intro. I love that intro, it's so nostalgic. Huh. I don't remember that old one. I haven't really watched that much. Yeah. Yeah. I think I know, Zega, how you slept. Also same for you, Muto. Hard time sleeping. Yeah. Also, yeah, I still have to eat some dinner. I've had only breakfast, lots of coffee, and yeah. And I need to eat some dinner. I've got today some fries with chicken tenders. So that's a good one. My sleep was good, but I'm perpetually sleepy. Even when I'm working out? Huh. I see. Interesting. Are you getting enough vitamin D? Maybe not. Yeah. True, it might be that. Weather outside is poopy though. Yeah. I see that. So yeah. I can't wait to play some games. To be fair, I haven't really played in a long while Don't Starve. I'm really hoping to play it soon. And yeah, you know. Me too. Also, I had no idea that Minecraft realms are like $8 a month. to be fair, when you are like just playing with your friends and you have that like Minecraft phase, I guess like just buying it for a month it's enough. You just have to remember to, I mean, I think usually it's like 2 weeks, that Minecraft phase. So yeah. Also, for those who were yesterday, yes, I'm going to attempt finishing this portion also, right? So her shirt, let's call it, and finishing both of her sleeves, and we're going to finish off the legs and rest of the coat probably in some other time. Hers, I think we're also going to finish on different stream. I've noticed that what really helps me, and it might help some of you too, is when I'm making a plan. So I have like intentions, right? Like, oh, in this stream, if I'm going to like finish, I want to finish this, this, and this, and usually I'm actually managing to finish that. It's like, I don't know, I think it's just my brain is like coding, oh, like, okay, so you have to do that, that, and that, and it's like spreading my attention to the drawing just so I could like finish those things up, and usually it's like happening, you know, on a quite consistent rate. It's really helping me by a bunch. So yeah. I am, although, still trying to go in with a couple more things. So yeah, well, to be fair, to circle back a little bit to that Black Bullet anime, I guess I have to be like kind of in the expectation that there are going to be bad anime too. Not all anime are good, unfortunately. A lot of anime, especially the older ones, are like, you know, targeted to edgy teenagers from that era, right? From that section. Teenagers that now grew up, like me. I was edgy also. Right, as a kid, as a teenager. I guess teenagers right now also are trying to be, you know, edgy. So yeah. Like, I feel like I could stand Tokyo Ghoul right now, especially after like finishing up the entirety of Black Bullet. I'm not sure how big of a grade it would have. Probably it would still have quite low, because I remember this anime having like not really having that many well set up elements, I guess, like well set up story elements. So I feel like it could still have like either average like 5 out of 10 to maybe like 4 out of 10 grade. I'm like very specific with my anime. I'm looking at many aspects. Some of them that I've watched were really good. Like, I have to say, like, I didn't really gave that many anime low grades, to be fair. And I'm shocked even by myself, because I thought that I'm going to give a lot of like bad grades. I'm not touching isekai anime yet, at least. There are a couple other anime, but for now I'm just watching those that are like recommended by people, and basically anime that are quite good themselves, you know, by grades and stuff. Unfortunately, I had Black Bullet on my list when I was a teenager, so when it was, I think, still coming out. And I have to say, I never really watched it, so I wasn't even sure how good that anime is. And after watching one episode, I've googled the grades that other people are giving it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that checks out. So 1 out of 10, the lowest grade that I could actually give it on Mal. I don't think I can give it, like, I don't think I can give out 0 out of 10s. Yeah. I think I could, like, share my my anime list. You could see, like, what anime I've watched, what grades I gave to what anime. Although you would be shocked by some decisions. Like, for example, some seasons of My Hero Academia stand lower than High School DxD on my list, and that's because I do believe that the story of High School DxD is good. It's just filled out unnecessarily with fan service and other things it's filled with. So, yeah. I still want to rewrite this story, this anime. Maybe, you know, I think I remember that anime. I also dropped it the first episode when I watched it in middle school. It has a spy mercenary school setting, right? Kinda. So basically, like, there's some kind of like a mutation virus, I guess, and the main hero just attends the school, but the attending the school gets dropped in like 2 episodes. After second episode, you never see the main hero in the actual school. Like, the author, it seems like author totally forgot about the fact that those are not adults. Those are still like teenagers, right? Like 16-year-olds. That's still supposed to be at schools. And after that, the entire thing is forgotten. Just like that. So yeah. But yeah, and it has like a lot of lolicon connections, which is why actually it got 1 out of 10 from me. Like, so yeah, it's just, I don't know. Again, I do believe that the author deserves jail. Like, yeah. It was very uncomfortable anime to watch. Very uncomfortable. It's, yeah. I really, if you've dropped this anime, don't come back to it. Don't watch it. You've actually dodged a bullet. Get it? The joke? Because Black Bullet? Yeah. Damn. Yeah, yeah. So, next, I think, like, next anime. So basically now I have to watch One Piece until episode what? 574, and I'm on episode 543, so like I have to watch, give or take, like, what, 31 episodes right now, and I'm going to watch like another anime, and I think it's going to be Blade and Soul. I don't think I've watched this anime, I've shortened my beard, and like I'm used to like, you know, pull on it when I'm thinking or like reading something, but it's like I don't have anything to pull on. God damn. But yeah, I want to watch like Blade and Soul. I think after that is Claymore. We'll see. But basically now I have just as many anime in currently watching, as many like anime from like sections in the anime from One Piece are left for me to watch. So basically, if I am going to be like running out of the like seasonal anime, means I'm going to be catching up to the point where I've set them up. And I think I'm going to probably like, you know, the moment I'm going to like catch up to that, One Piece is going to be finished. So then I just need to, you know, set up other anime that I'm going to have, maybe prepare some others like, you know, longer anime. Probably I'm going to go back to Fairy Tail. I really like that concept. I like mages, I like wizards. That's why I really like Fairy Tail, and I really like Black Clover, surprisingly. I've watched just a little bit of it, but it does give me like old-fashioned Fairy Tail feel, you know what I mean? It does give me that old-fashioned Fairy Tail feel. I really like it. So I'm going to probably finish it up too. And we will see, actually. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to... Well, I'm glad to be back to watching anime, to at least to the extent I'm watching them right now. Because I've had like many years of break from anime. Even though like I like anime, I just haven't really watched it in a while. That's all. Because I think I finished watching anime when I was starting technical college, actually. I stopped watching anime in like 2016. So like, I guess now 10 years after, I'm back to watching anime, you know? So like, I've missed a lot. And I'm probably going to like, you know, just go with my list. I've got like still hundreds of fields. Let me check. Well, first and foremost, like I'm going to like watching also like the longer anime, right? Like, so I'm going to just spread them into like other episodes, like seasons, and I'm going to like still watch other seasonal anime with it. I feel like this is the fastest way to watch this. So like after that, I'm going to watch like you know, Fairy Tail, Black Clover, probably going to get to Dragon Ball. Like, I finished watching Dragon Ball, and like, I know the story, but I feel like I would love to watch some Dragon Ball Z, then Super, then Daima, and actually the new Dragon Ball is going to be released, and I haven't really seen the entirety of Dragon Ball Heroes anime and Daima, so like, this is something I want to go for. So I believe I'll be able to finish all of those. Let me quickly check how many anime exactly. So in plan to watch, I've got 172 anime right now. In my currently watching playlist, I've got how many? 13 positions. Minus One Piece, it's 12 other seasonal anime. Also, I have Nanbaka in there that I'm watching with Muto. I really like that anime, by the way. This anime is like really good. I can recommend watching Nanbaka. I can recommend that anime. To be fair, after watching such a bad anime like Black Bullet is, I definitely have to like watch something good and maybe finish something good too. At least the first season, am I right? So yeah. But golly, so many anime actually. I wasn't really expecting that I've got so many anime planned, but with this speed I'm watching it, it's going to take me a while, but actually I'll be able to watch all of that through with the method I'm watching. I'll be able to like rewatch all of other things. I was also thinking about like getting into rewriting the stories even, right? Like, sure, I want to rewrite High School DxD, for example, right? I've got all of the materials, if I remember correctly. Still. I just have to, you know... I have a bunch of, like, sections of the story that would need to be rewritten. I already have, like, a huge chunk of it, like, redone, so... Who knows? Who knows? Writing the scenario is going to be pretty difficult. Because I'm not really good at writing scenarios for mangas. But definitely I want to do that rewriting for stories. Like, for example... Hi Skylar, glad to be here. How are you? Hoping how's going? How have you been? So yeah. And to be fair, we'll see. Maybe there are going to be like other anime that I would be willing to rewrite. I don't know. It's also difficult to like find something good, you know? Something that I would enjoy rewriting. So. Alrighty. Shadow on this one is going to be like very problematic to pull off, considering like the direction of the light and stuff. Oh. Oh yeah. All right. Seems good to me. And that's why using that one color for clothing is like really good. Look, I just don't need to change it or mark the color. I can just go on with the flow like as it goes, like this, you know? I can just add some like, you know, other things with the actual color later on too. That's good, that's good. I like it. That's a really good method. But definitely the skin looks dead, so I definitely would need to add the reddish tones while making another illustration. Yeah, you know. That looks good. Is the skin shading not in its own layer? If it is, just use the filter. It's not. I'm coloring on everything on one layer. I'm always doing that, no matter of the style. I was experimenting with that later on, but I mean earlier on, but I've yeah, it wasn't really my jam. I didn't really felt well with this, and basically the method I'm using needs to touch the actual color underneath, because then it's like kind of blending better. So yeah. And you could still lasso just the face, as it will make the biggest difference. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Also, I saw people just going on with like their shading thing, their shading color, and just shading everything in that direction as the, you know, as the light would hit the thing, and basically they're then just making like, you know, additional changes. like that bounce light here on the fingers. An additional light here. I mean shadow, not light. Okay. Okay, we've got our arm or hand, right? This is the cursed one layer for my main shading. I always end up having to do paint overs or layering to fix my colors. That's true. That's what I would have to do in this case to fix it. That's why I'm just meh, you know. Let me show you actually why I'm also doing this. So basically I've been learning basically digital and drawing, making paintings like that, and it's all on one layer. I'm not using anything else, it's just one layer, all of it. So yeah. It's exactly that, you know. It kind of does matter for me now how I'm shading. I've tried other shadings, it's not firing up, so I've had to figure out something. I knew that I want to have an anime style which is going to like also merge the painting, and Rinotina's style actually is exactly that. So I'm just, you know, considering that he has already a lot of things that I want to have, like body builds, shading method, basically everything, right? So I can just watch him, you know, do master study, and it's going to be like studying my art style that I've dreamed, you know. Some people are like this, some people are inventing their own thing. Although I do agree, there are a couple things that I don't like about the style, like for example the way how hairs are done. Of course they're far more fitting actually than what I'm doing, but I feel like mine are also fitting quite well, and they're not really as like lengthy to do in shading, so they still like, you know, keep everything in. Hell yeah. Okay, and I guess we've got this sleeve done and the arm. We've got her chest and basically the upper torso done. We've got... now we have to do this arm. There will be some problems with the shading, I already see it. So let's get ready for similar situation like with Cal with the sock. Or maybe not. We'll see. Maybe I've learned something, right? And for those who don't know, I've spent nearly 2 hours on shading one sock. And it wasn't really that long ago, it was like this year still. Okay. Oh my. So, I can't wait to play a couple games soon. For some reason, like, I do still have that thing for vampire crawlers. I wasn't expecting that this game would get me so much. I've almost got all of the achievements, but also the achievements weren't really that difficult to get. Well, some of them are, like, oh, you like beat death, and like literally you have to like make one very specific build, probably with very specific character, which is going to have the easiest way to do that. Yeah, it's exactly that, you know. Okay. Okay. These make some more sense. Alrighty, I really like these. Okay, I like those shadows. We're doing a really good job. We're doing a really good job. That's important. Remember to always acknowledge your own achievements. Compared to the freaking sock, that's like we're zooming. We're zooming. That's good. Okay. And over here there's supposed to be a line, because this is area where that specific section is bending. It's going to go like this, and with something like that. Okay. And there's going to be a slight shading around here. Cool. Cool, that works. That looks cool. I did not know crawlers was a thing. I've only played survivors. Looks interesting, might check it out later. Right up my alley. I feel too for FPS now. Yeah, I know your feel. Although I've never really went into FPS games. I was always around similar games and I just always had fun with them. I can definitely recommend. I can definitely recommend. There's a lot of like mechanics also translated from Survivors. So I do believe that if you've played Survivors, you're going to have also like really good head start with things, you know? That I know for sure. Alright, but actually light is hitting, I guess, from, I suppose, from here. So over here we need the light. I mean the shadow. Do I need all of that to also be in the shadow, just like that? Yeah, no. For sure this area like this. This area. And it should disappear like this. And here's why. Her arm is not like down, right? Her arm is actually pointing slightly towards us, so we don't really see that difference, but it's actually going to be shown in the lighting. Also, the playthroughs are really fast and easy, to be fair. Those are very, very fast playthroughs. You might still end up with something longer, but kind of like Survivors, you know? But I think no dungeon that I've so far like went through was just as lengthy as one playthrough of Survivors. Survivors had this like thing, right? That you've always had to go through 30 minutes of the game to finish the run properly. Of course you could die faster, but you know what I mean. So yeah. So yeah, you know. Okay. I really my goal is to quickly finish like most of the, like, I want to finish off like more illustrations with shorter period of time, but you could see that sometimes I'm having worse days than the others, you know. And those short, like, worse days are, you know, always going to probably hold me up. But I've got like a ton of projects that I want to, like, you know, bring back from things I was like wanting to take care of. Now as I have a little bit more time for myself to take care of them, I guess I could start fulfilling those things. You know, I want to start off from like getting into requests, you know, and draw like characters from requests again. No, I don't really fear. We'll finish the list when we'll finish the list. When, you know, when I want to draw something of my own, I'm just going to draw something of my own. That's it. Nothing else, nothing to worry about. I believe this is like genuinely like really good method to go about it. I hope you all will also like this method. Considering that I'm still going to probably draw more request characters than, you know, than anything else. Okay, and now let's do this. When I get stuck on a piece, I just start a new one, then jump between them until I finish them. I mean, that was also a thing, like, what I want to do, but I want to, like, get into the zone, not to, like, you know, to make sure that I'm finishing the pieces and not starting project after project. Like, my goal was to, like, have one request running and having one piece from me running in the background too, but like prioritizing the request, I think, or like shifting depend on the focus between those things, or like do like shorter, you know, like shorter sketches, right? And yeah, you know, it starts to look way better. Actually, it starts to look like something, finally. You know what I'm saying? Which means we're on good road. The shading on the cloth really helped. Yeah, exactly. The shading on the cloth is really making it popped up, you know? So my iPad just decided to like restart itself. Probably another update. I hate this though. Why is it updating without my permission? Okay. It's definitely it. But I do feel rather peckish. So I think I'm going to wrap the stream now, as I've actually reached what I wanted to reach. Maybe not in full, because like I've skipped those golden elements, right? But I do really feel like I need to eat something real quick. So, folks, yeah, I guess in the next stream we're going to take care of the cloak and pants, probably, and well, who knows, maybe also the hairs and tail, just to close it off. We'll see. And as always, stay creative. I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care and bye bye.